Hey guys, Ailoupup here, and today I'm bringing to you a review of Anything for a Friend by Conford. In my elementary school, we had this thing called Dear Week. Drop everything and read. I'm not sure if other schools did this, but it was a week during the school year where the principal would come over the PA system and tell us to drop everything and read. And sometime during that week, there was a table set up where we could swap books with other students or with the library itself. As you can see, this here was a library book. It still has the barcode. My grade 6 teacher at the time kind of came over to me and handed me a bunch of books that truthfully I didn't really want. I was too shy at the time to tell her that I'd rather pick my own books. Didn't read this book then, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. Now that I have read it, I'm kind of wishing that I had been able to bring myself to tell my teacher that I didn't want these books. Anything for a Friend follows 11-year-old Wallace Green, has just moved to New York. The whole book is basically how she doesn't have any friends because her family moves about a lot because of her father's job, and she's afraid that her classmates will find out that she lives in a house where a murder happened. Now, starting off, I do realize that this book is geared more towards younger people and children. Maybe I would have liked it when I was younger, but it would have had to have been before I actually got this book, which was probably about when I was 10 or 11 years old, because at this time, I was basically in the mindset of fantasy is the only good genre and everything else sucks, which of course is probably why I didn't read it at the time. I didn't like any of the characters, and I was really unable to connect with any of them. I've never moved about, but there was a time when my elementary school closed down and I and a bunch of other students had to go to the other elementary in the town, but I was still with all my friends and the other kids that I grew up with. Wallace basically reminded me of the type of girl in school who I never really liked. The girl who didn't really care who her friends were as long as they weren't the kid that nobody else liked, because if she were friends with that girl, then nobody else would want to be friends with her. And it seemed to me that basically Wallace just wanted to be popular. I didn't like how she treated Ruth, who was the girl that nobody liked, all because Wallace wanted people to like her. And she struck me as being a poor me type of character, and she basically just wanted other people to pity her. It's probably a book more for people who can relate to Wallace, which I just can't do, and definitely more a book for children. I just couldn't get my head around the characters or the plot, which is basically all about Wallace wanting friends and not much beyond that. There is a little subplot around the house as well, but not much else. And I have given this a 1 out of 5. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to come back for more if you liked this one.